Hey, welcome to this week's code challenge. I hope you're excited. I got a really nice challenge for us today. So let's jump into the code. Or let's take a look at the challenge. So the title of this challenge is going to be called Simple Numbers. And it says create a function which returns a list of all the simple numbers that exist within a given range between a and b. Both numbers are inclusive. Now, what are simple numbers? Well, we'll find out here. Few things to note. You generate a list of individual digits of the number. You filter the list so that only simple numbers are kept. So to find out if a number is simple, you take the digits of the number, and then for each digit, calculate this formula. So you're going to grab the digit to the power of the index of that digit plus 1. You sum the results of the calculations above and compare with the original number. If they are equal, then that number is simple. So here's two examples, okay? The first one, you have 89, okay? So that's the number. So what are the digits? The digits are 8 and 9. So first, we'll grab digit 8, and we put that to the power of index of the digit plus 1. So remember, in Python, the count starts at 0, so the 8 is at index 0, 9 is at index 1. So 8 to the power of index 0 plus 1 is the power 1, plus digit number 2, which is 9, to the power of index 1 plus 1, which is 2. So if my number is 89, when you do the calculation to see if it's a simple number, so that also equals 89. So 89 is a simple number. Here's a second example. We have 135. So there's 3 digits in this number. So we go to the same methodology. So index 1, or index 0, index 0 is 1. So we got that here, 1 to the power of 1. At index 1 is 3, so we do 3 to the power of 2 plus 5, which is at index 2, is the power of 3. So again, the number 135 is also a simple number because when you use that formula, this also equals 135. So here's what we want our function to do. So when we provide a range of numbers, so for this first one, you have from 1 to 10, list out all the simple numbers. In this case, 1 through 9 are simple numbers, but not 10. Let's just do another one where from 1 to 100. Okay, similar to the one above, 1 through 9 are simple numbers, nothing else except 89 from that 1 to 100 range. 1 through 9 are simple numbers, and 89. If we just do an example between 90 to 100, there are no simple numbers, so the list comes out as blank. So I hope that makes sense. All right, let's have some fun now with the code here. First, I'm going to define my function, call it simple numbers. And then again, we'll have 2 inputs, A and B. We'll have 2 empty variables that we'll have to keep in mind. So we'll just say simple numbers empty list, and then we'll have another one called the sums that will set it to 0. Okay, so now we'll do the first range. So for the number, we'll call n in range a, b plus 1. So remember again, the reason why I putting this +1 here is so that we can include that number, because Python is non-inclusive, and adding that 1 will add that whatever number that b is. Okay, so for each digit that comes out, okay, so let's say this is range 1 through 10, so the first digit is going to be 1. So you're just going to do 4ix so what's happening here? Okay, so for each number in our range, we want to get the index of that number and that number again. Then what we want to do is, this is where we fill in our sums variable. So the sums plus equals, so we want the integer, okay, to the power of ix plus 1. Okay, so that's the sum. Then you want to check. Okay, so here, this is where we do a check. If n equals the sums then we want to fill in the simple numbers, which is this variable here. Okay, so then, alright, I hope you're following so far. So again, the sums is now being added each time. So if it's one digit, it's just grabbing that digit to the power of that index. If it's multiple digits, if a number has multiple digits, such as 135, you have 3 digits, so each one of those are going to the power of the index and being added together. So if that addition, which is what's being checked here, if that addition equals that original number, then let's add that to that list, because that is our simple number. Then what we want to do is reset that sums variable, so then it'll restart for the next number in our range. Okay, so all that stuff to do now is return simple numbers. Alright, that should do it. Let's go ahead and give it a run. Simple. So let's call our function here simple numbers. Our A will be 1, B will be 10. Alright, let's try the second one. Let's do 1 to 100. 89. How about we do should be empty. Alright, let's test it out real quick. Why don't we do 100 to 10,000. Interesting. Look at all these numbers. Alright, there you have it essentially. I really hope you enjoyed this challenge as much as I did. If you would like me to go deeper into some of the code and what exactly is happening and what's going on, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But keep up the good work. One challenge at a time, and I promise we will all benefit from this. Well, that's all we have for this week. Again, I hope you had a good time and enjoyed this challenge. Hope to see you again next week for the next challenge. Alright, for now, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.